Hi, collective. This is Miss B Bold or Miss B, and this is the Music Messenger Tarot channel. And I am, of course, your music messenger. How are you guys feeling? Listen, collective, I'm happy and grateful to have you here once again at my channel. And today I'm going to be doing a love prediction for you. And so, with that being said, and without further ado, collective, let's go ahead and get started. Let me check my volume here. Okay. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Holy Light and Holy Angels, messages for the collective. Holy Light and Holy Angels, messages for the collective. Can we get some messages for the collective in their love life? Who's already in their life or who's coming in? We have here the Five of Swords. Some of you could be dealing with a air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. There's some conflict in a connection that you share with someone. Could be poor communication in this connection as well, with the Five of Swords being here. You could be dealing with someone that tries to win at all costs, wants things their way. What is the Five of Swords? Yeah, Eight of Swords. Three of Pentacles. All right. So I'm seeing here with the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords clarifying it. Someone may be walking away from a connection with you, or you could be walking away from a connection with them because someone feels stuck and or trapped when it comes down to connections and serious relationships. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. When it comes down to having a serious connection or collaborating or cooperating in connections, someone feels quite trapped. This could be you or your person. I'm going to retrieve that card. Yeah, the Devil is here. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Doesn't matter the sign. We have here the Devil. This is a destructive behavior pattern. Someone may have a tendency to walk away from connections once they start to feel trapped or start to feel smothered or whatever the case may be that you're dealing with here, collective, okay? This is a repetitive destructive behavior pattern that this person has, okay? The Hermit, yeah. This person may tend to retreat and withdraw from you at times, okay? Yeah, the Hermit twice. We have here the Hermit twice, so this could be a Virgo for some of you, okay? Or you could be a Virgo. Whatever the case may be, this person tends to withdraw a lot and may make you feel alone. You know? You may feel very alone in this connection with this person. Okay, let's go ahead and get more. Let's get more for your love prediction. Holy Light and Holy Angels, can we get more? Holy Light and Holy Angels, can we get more? Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Yeah, this is someone who's very slow to commit, all right? The Knight of Pentacles, okay, is the slowest knight of the deck, collective, okay? And as I stated, this person may be very slow to connect with you or very slow to commit or warm up to a connection with you, okay? Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups is here. It could feel as though this person is walking away from you or emotionally detaching from you. And this could be due to some sort of emotional abandonment wounds that this person carries, okay? Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. This person may distract themselves with work, all right? This may be someone who you met at work as well. If not that, this person may distract themselves by, really being about their grind, as I stated, this person tries to distract themselves by working a lot and concentrating on money and financial stability for themselves. This is how they distract themselves. This is the excuse that they have for walking away or being emotionally distant or whatever the case may be. Okay. Three of Cups. But see, there could be moments where you two really enjoy each other's company when you are together. All right. It could be a very celebratory moment when you two are together. This person may also have a tendency to loosen up once they get a drink in them as well. Okay. And it really is a good time whenever this happens. All right. But then we have here the Two of Pentacles. But see, this person is a bit imbalanced. Okay. They're not very consistent with you. All right. They could even, seem to be like a bit moody. All right. With the Two of Pentacles being here. All right. Let's get more. Holy Light and Holy Angels, can we get more for this spread for the collective? Can we get more? Ten of Cups. You could really be in love with this person. All right. There could be something about this person that you really love, that you feel connected to. Okay. What is the Ten of Cups? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. And then we have here the Temperance. Yeah, you're trying to be patient with this person. All right. Because you're thinking long term. You're trying to be patient and you're continuing to invest into this connection with this person. All right. And like I said, you're trying to be patient with them because you really are in love with this person, regardless of their behavior and their distance or their withdrawal energy. It's like you're in love with them. All right. But then we have here the Five of Cups. I feel like you're getting let down, though. Okay. No matter how many times you get your hopes up, this person lets you down with the Five of Cups being here. Okay. This person seems to disappoint you a lot. Okay. Because of their behavior. All right. Yeah. It's becoming very stressful because we have here the Ten of Wands collective. Okay. This is becoming burdensome for you because you feel a procrastination in this connection and you don't know how to resolve it. And in addition to that, with the Ten of Wands being here, you feel as though you're carrying this connection all by yourself. You feel like you're carrying the load of the relationship all on your own shoulders. Yeah, Eight of Cups. You may even be considering walking away from this connection because you don't really see a lot of, you're not receiving a lot of give and take, equal give and take in this connection. All right. Let's get more. Can we get more? Can we get more? Queen of Wands. You're typically someone who knows what they want. With the Queen of Wands being here, you're someone who's vivacious. You're someone who's very confident. As I stated, someone who knows what they want. You're very independent. But this person could somehow like bring out another side to you. What's the Queen of Wands? Nine of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're generally overall, a very happy-go-lucky type of person. You feel very, emotionally, balanced and complete in your life. You attract a lot of suitors. You're very attractive. You're very vivacious and outgoing. People like you. You're likable. You keep yourself up. You're very attractive. Yeah, Ace of Wands. You're very passionate. You're a go-getter. And you know what you want out of life, and you know what you want out of a partner. I'm going to retrieve this card, okay? But like I said, this person may bring out another side to you. We have here the Nine of Swords. This person brings out like this person messes with your mind. Okay. This person makes you or puts you in a position where you feel, intense anxiety. Collective. Okay. This person makes you worry about the connection and the direction of it. This person makes you feel mental anguish. You feel overwhelmed. And you're very much and very often worried and concerned about this connection. Okay. Temperance. But then again, as I stated, you're still trying to have a lot of patience as it pertains to this person that you're dealing with. Okay. Yeah. 5 of Cups, but it's to your own detriment. Because you keep receiving disappointing scenarios or outcomes with this person. They make you feel disappointed. They make you feel unloved. They make you feel abandoned quite often, which brings you sadness and despair, It's really not fair. Yeah, 10 of Wands again. The cards are repeating themselves. You feel very stressed out and burdened in this connection. You also feel like you're carrying the weight of the whole connection by yourself, which is not fair, as I stated. Okay, yeah, you may want to consider walking away from this person, or this could be a very hard situation for you to deal with because you feel like this person is emotionally distant with you. Okay, with the 8 of Cups being here. All right. So let's go ahead and get some oracle messages. Okay. Some of you could be dealing with a air sign, earth sign. Okay. Doesn't matter the sign. If it resonates, it resonates. Okay. Can we get some oracle messages in regards to this spread? Holy Light and Holy Angels, can we get some messages in regards to this spread? Indecisive. Yeah, it says, I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. All right. Yeah, this person is very indecisive, collective. Okay. This is someone who doesn't know what they want. This is someone who's very often confused about what it is that really fulfills them and makes them happy, And so if this person is confused, then it's only fair to say that they're going to make you confused as well. Okay. Yeah, we have your destiny at the bottom of the deck. It says, I'm struggling to find my right path. Okay. This person is kind of a lost soul right now. Anything else? Conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. Okay. This person may try to distract themselves by working a lot and staying busy, but they really very often want to call you. They may even withdraw and not call you at all and make you feel totally alone and basically rejected by them. But what I'm here to tell you is that secretly, this person wants to pick up the phone. They want to call you a lot more often than they do, but they just don't, out of stubbornness, out of insecurities, out of being indecisive and not knowing what they want. Yeah, look, dishonesty is at the bottom of the deck. It says, by lying, I ripped us apart. I don't feel like this person is really being authentic with you. I don't feel like this person is really like being honest with you about the fact that they really actually do feel a connection with you, and that they really do have a desire to talk to you a lot more than they do. But for whatever reason, they're not honest about it. They won't tell you this. They won't verbally express this. And this is what I feel like this is what I feel the dishonesty is. Them not being expressive of how they really authentically feel, and instead withdrawing and being quiet and leaving you to allow your imagination to run wild. Can we get more? New chapter. I am trying to move on. Okay. Yeah. Some of you may be, really considering moving on from this person and trying your luck elsewhere, because it doesn't seem like this person is giving you a whole lot of feedback. It doesn't seem to me that this connection, consists of a equal give and take exchange. And so some of you could be considering starting over again and, embracing a new chapter in your love life, and like I said, trying your luck elsewhere. Yeah, soul contract is at the bottom of the deck. It says the lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. I feel like you're learning a very valuable lesson here, spiritual lesson. This is a soul contract between you and this person. I feel like, as confident of a person as you are, you could sometimes have a tendency, some of you could make some of you could have a tendency to sometimes have a little too much patience, even when you're not getting positive feedback from a partner. All right. I feel like you were brought into this person's life for them to learn something about themselves and for you to learn something about yourself. It could even be more so that this person that you were sent into this person's life to really teach them something about themselves, more so, because it's kind of like it's looking like this person is really the guilty party here, and I think that this person really knows it. And if you were not the person to walk into this person's life, maybe they would not have, really, maybe this person would not have really seen the error in their own ways. By having this little situation go down with you, this person is really starting to see how inconsistent and imbalanced and unpredictable their behavior is. You're really putting a spotlight on this person's abandonment issues. So this definitely is a soul contract between you and this person. Okay, I feel like you were sent into this person's life for them to see themselves more clearly. All right. Anything else? Anything else? Soul contract again. Okay. So Spirit really wants to put emphasis on this soul contract card. Okay. As I stated, this was meant to happen. I think you two are really teaching each other something about each other. Okay. This person is showing you things about yourself, and you're showing them things about them. Okay. You're teaching them to look at their flaws and heal from their wounds. And this person is reflecting back to you what what your value really is and what you actually deserve, because you deserve someone who's consistent. You deserve someone who's just as confident as you are. You deserve someone who knows what they want out of life and out of a lover, just as you do. And you don't have to give patience, and you don't have to sit through a connection with someone if you're not getting what you want. If this person is withdrawing, if they're not being reciprocal, you don't have to be patient and deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is why you two met each other. Okay. Values is at the bottom of the deck. It says we have too many differences. Most definitely. Your value systems are different. Okay. What you value versus what this person values is different. Okay. And I feel like with you two dealing with each other, you're both really starting to see that. And, as I stated, there's a lesson to be learned in all situations. Okay. All right. Look, at the top of the deck, I just want to show you understanding is what it says. I see your side of the story. As I said, this person is really starting to see the error in their ways. And it would not, I don't believe that it would have happened if they would not have met you. Okay. I don't think that they would have really seen themselves clearly, collective. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some song cards. I want to share with you at the top of the deck, Ain't Gonna Beg You by Fantasia. All right. You may very well feel like, you know what? Enough is enough. I might as well go ahead and depart and separate myself and distance myself out of this situation, because it seems to me that this person that you're dealing with has already departed themselves. They have already walked away from the connection, whether physically or emotionally. And I think that you're finally ready to kind of like reciprocate the energy and say, okay, well, if you're leaving the connection, I guess it's fair game for me to leave as well. Because you feel like, okay, look, I'm not going to beg you for attention. I'm not going to beg you for affection, which is completely understandable. We also have here Emotional Roller Coaster by Vivian Green. This person makes you feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster. This person fills you with anxiety. This person plays with your head because of their behavior patterns, because of their withdrawal, because of them ignoring you and not being submissive to their own, genuine feelings for you. Okay. Sexual Healing is here by Marvin Gaye. This person may be very sexually attracted to you, physically attracted to you, but you may not ever know it because this person may not be as, verbally expressive as they should be, or they could only come around for the sexual pleasure. Okay. This person could possibly be very open when it comes down to sex, or very vulnerable when it comes down to sex, okay, or very open, very expressive when it comes down to the sex play, but outside of the bedroom, you may not get that same exchange, okay? Breakup to Makeup is here by the Stylistics, okay? Yeah, this is a very imbalanced connection, all right? It's off and on. It's, sometimes we're on, sometimes we're off, type of situation. Okay. You and this person could tend to make up and break up a lot, or you may have moments where you're in contact with each other and other moments where you're not in contact with each other. All right. Addicted to Love by Robert Palmer is here. Some of you may have a tendency to be addicted to the infatuation stage of a connection, or this person is this way. All right. I Told You I Was Trouble by Amy Winehouse. This is a song card that entails that in the beginning of a connection, or very shortly after a connection begins, people give you red flags. People give you telltale signs of who they are and the issues that they have internally, And maybe you've been getting these red flags, but like I said, I see on your end, you've been trying to be very patient with this person, waiting around to see if they're going to change their behavior. Because of You by Kelly Clarkson. This person has trust issues. This is what this song by Kelly Clarkson is about. All right. There could have been someone that really hurt this person in the past, which has nothing to do with you. But nonetheless, this is where the trust issues began because of this person's past. And this is why, their current lovers suffer, because they have trust issues, because someone in their past may have betrayed their trust. All right. Anything? Okay. Damage is here by Her. All right. I feel like the damage has already been done in this connection. I don't feel like this connection could be revived. I just feel like there's a soul contract here, and it was just meant for you to connect with each other, to mirror back to each other what your personal and individual issues are. Okay. This has been a great read. I hope that this has resonated for someone. And collective, until we meet again, love, light, and God bless.